When you're on a vitiligo journey, one of the questions you ask yourself over and over is, am I ever going to see progress? Or is that even possible? And I ask myself that constantly. I would stare at certain areas of my skin, hoping to see the smallest shift, a freckle, a dot, a tint, a fade in, anything that meant my body was responding. But for a long time, nothing really seemed to change. Hey, by the way, I'm Zandrea. I created Vitiligo Defied to document everything I learned along the way, what worked for me, what didn't work, and the deeper patterns that I noticed that I really didn't understand when I first started this journey, when I was searching and searching and searching in the dark, not knowing what I was doing. And my hope is that no one else has to guess and experiment the way I did. Before I ever saw repigmentation, I had already gone through months of uncertainty, even years, trial and error, late night research, down rabbit holes, and moments where I honestly felt defeated. So when I finally started repigmenting, not just a little, but consistently, it was one of the most emotional, life changing experiences of my entire healing process. Today, I want to share how that happened, not in a here's a magic fix kind of way, but through the deeper realization that led me to about 70% repigmentation in just 6 months naturally. Because the truth is, it didn't happen through one product, one supplement, or one cream. It happened through understanding my body in a way I'd never had before. My journey looked nothing like a straight line. It was filled with questions, hesitations, false starts, and moments where I wondered if I was even going in the right direction. I remember a very specific morning. I was getting ready and I walked past the mirror and something made me stop. I leaned in a little closer in the mirror and I saw it. Tiny freckles forming in an area that had been completely pale for months, years even. I just stood there quiet, almost afraid to blink because I wanted to make sure I wasn't imagining this. I'm like, is this real? And in that moment, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time, hope. And not the, oh, I hope this works kind of hope, but the something is finally happening kind of hope. And from there, things started to change slowly. Freckles became clusters, clusters turned into soft patches, and soft patches started blending into my natural skin tone. That was amazing. But I need to be clear about something. What finally worked for me was not about doing everything, it was about doing the right things in the right order with consistency and with understanding. And before that, I was doing what most people do, just trying things randomly, trying things I saw online, trying things out of fear, trying things out of confusion, not really knowing what I'm doing. And I didn't have structure, I didn't have a sequence. And without a sequence, progress becomes unpredictable. The turning point for me was understanding what my body needed internally and how that internal environment affects pigmentation. I started paying deeper attention to things like my stress patterns, my recovery after pregnancies, things I experienced during pregnancies, my nutrient stores, my routines, and how my body responded to certain habits. Not reacting to symptoms, but actually understanding the why underneath them. And once I built a clear system, one that made sense, one that was rooted in patterns I could observe in myself with my own eyes, I started seeing consistent repigmentation. Not overnight, not perfectly, but consistently. That consistency is what led me to about 70% repigmentation in just 6 months naturally. And I want to say this softly because I mean it with so much compassion. Most people don't fail because they're doing the wrong things. They fail because they're doing the right things in the wrong order, or they're doing them without understanding what's actually moving the needle. Understanding the why behind your vitiligo changes everything. It gives your body a chance to respond and a chance to heal. And that's why I created Vitiligo Defied. Inside, I walk you through the exact philosophy and the framework that helped me see progress, not through scattered tips, but through structured understanding. It's not a miracle cure, it's not a replacement for medical guidance, and it's not a one size fits all promise. It's a roadmap, one that helps you stop guessing and start connecting the dots of your own journey. Inside, you'll learn the deeper patterns that influence pigmentation, the order that makes a difference, and the internal shifts that help me see results after years of confusion. And the best part is, you won't be doing it alone. There's a community of people inside who are walking the same path, going through their own breakthroughs, and finally understanding what their bodies have been trying to communicate. So if you're tired of feeling stuck, if you're exhausted from trying random things, if you feel like you're doing everything and nothing is sticking or changing, you're not alone. And your body is not broken. It just needs the right environment to respond. So if you're ready to take the next step, the link is below. Whether you're just beginning on your journey or you're trying to understand what's been missing, you deserve clarity, you deserve support, and you deserve to feel hopeful again. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.